Chapter 1. You've had the dream. You wake up one morning and think, it's out there. The perfect place. Where things are simple and sweet, your own little slice of heaven. Don't be embarrassed. I even dreamed it myself, and I was never a dreamer.
Chapter 1. They hadn't had sex in 4 months. I know, that's long. And it wasn't that he didn't love her. He loved her since she called him a dipstick in the 8th grade. But he was tired. Or something. Until one day, that changed. Opportunity knocked.
I'm sorry, but isn't this my novel?
Sure, your novel, our life.
Right, my novel. Chapter 1. She woke up in a new house with her new life and found herself faced with a new and deeply disturbing question. What if her old life, her hectic, noisy, dirty, often exhausting life, what if that had been the dream?
Hun, come on, if that was the dream, what's this?
The opposite. Milkman.
That's a bad thing?
It's a weird thing. How does this supposed milkman know we drink skim?
It's called civilized living, huh?
What about this gives you a hard on? And don't say the milkman.
The milkman. Crickets at night, an actual deer in the backyard.
I miss the Starbucks in our lobby.
88975. Got yourself a bargain here, Rebecca. Barbara Steele. Welcome to Georgica Bay. Glenn, Barbara, congratulations. I always said it'd be the wainscoting that sold this home.
Hi, Barbara. Nice to meet one of the natives.
And one who has access to our closing costs.
15 years as the worker bee for Bay Realty. Not that you'll be needing those, seeing as how you just started as our new chief of police.
And you know that how?
Little bird. Chickpea tapenade, semolina baguette, and organic eggs, all locally grown.
Hello. Strong grip. You must be Rebecca's personal trainer. Rebecca, Natalie Davenport. Welcome to Georgica.
We've already done that, Natalie.
Barb, you're out early.
And the basket.
Look at Barb. Always good for an eggless vegan tofu crisp. Ethiopian French roast, a fifth of Grey Goose, and a dozen links of extra hot Bavarian sausage. I wish my husband had such rock-hard buns to go with his sausage.
I know I can't hold my chai latte another blink. I'll just use the little girl's top of the stairs for a straight.
Oh, mind if I join? So, Barb, what are you doing here?
Same as you, welcoming the new girl.
Well, I find that hard to believe. I thought you had your Fighting Fat at 40 class Tuesday mornings.
She's here 5 seconds and she's already eye-humping your...
She's just trying to be funny or bond with you. 16 years in the city, we never once got a basket.
Rebecca won't be joining you.
Camilla says otherwise.
Well, I don't give a fuck what your handler says. Ow! Fuck me!
Now, take your basket of shit, go back out to your hempmobile, and if you so much as fart at Rebecca, I will personally Cuisinart your ass into a gluten-free organic hash. Love the Berber and the master.
Is Barbara all right?
Aunt Flo paid little visit. Her period. A real gusher. I keep telling her she should do something about those nasty fibroids. Apparently they're huge. But I don't know. What do you think, Glenn?
I'm gonna work on this latte. You girls can handle the...
Uterine blowout? In the meantime, Rebecca, there's someone I'm dying for you to meet.
Rebecca. Don't let Louise scare you. Hop in.
Hop in?
I'm Camilla Diamond. This is Louise Banks. The three of us are your neighbors.
Your bumper is dangling.
Sadly, yes, but my grill is fresh out of the shop. Louise's trainer is very big on core conditioning. We'll show you Gigi's gym on the tour.
Yeah, I have a million boxes waiting to be unpacked.
And in a half hour, they'll still be waiting. Rebecca, I know city people aren't used to this kind of hospitality, but indulge us, please. We want you to feel at home. That's the old windmill, built in 1604. They tried to turn it into a pinkberry, but we nipped that in the bud.
There's hardly any retail chains, which is nice.
And no accident. What about you, Rebecca? Children, work, have it all?
I used to. Work, I mean. I was a corporate attorney in the city.
Bitch, isn't it hitting that glass ceiling?
Actually, I was offered a promotion before I left.
And now you're a woman of leisure.
Well, I always wanted to try my hand at a crime novel, and my job was certainly a good training ground.
Our very own Patty Cornwall.
All of us are absolute sluts for a good crime yarn.
And others of us are just sluts.
Your children will be so proud.
Child. We have one son. He's away at camp.
How fucking old are you anyway?
Language. Ignore Louise. She's one of those tormented career beasts who in a last-minute frenzy became an IVF junkie and now has a million kids under the age of 5.
Danny's 11. And yes, we started early, and yes, I am going to be 40 someday. But you know what they say.
40 is the new 100.
Actually...
Don't tell us you believe all that Oprah-esque 50 is your best decade crap. Apcray.
There are only 4 ways to prevent midlife from becoming a soul-sucking, screaming nightmare. Botox, lipo, Prada, and lube. Ellen Wiegand's shop. Our best florist does an elegant job. He uses her own excrement to fertilize. Kidding. And here's the wicker barn. Rebecca, give a quick call to see if they're open, will you? I hate to wreck a fresh mani-pedi. 958-8495. Your payment's late, Corinne. I won't warn you again.
Did you just blow up the wicker barn?
Technically, you just blew up the wicker barn. Look at that. Big as a space shuttle. And I hear the owner's name is Shirazi.
Persians.
Let me guess. You're a Libra.
Are you insane? You could have killed that woman!
Wicker went out with spandex and leg warmers. Besides, Louise can blow the doors off a birdhouse and not ruffle a feather.
You know I'll report this.
And how will your stories sound when it's your prints all over the detonating device?
Stop the car.
Tell me, Rebecca, why did you move to Georgica Bay? Because you wanted a place where streets are safe, walls are graffiti-free, and teenagers aren't shooting horse tranquilizers into their scrotum.
You don't know me.
But I do know you. And the truth is, if you want America the Beautiful, sometimes you gotta be ugly to get it. And I would leave your husband out of this. Can you imagine the blow to his ego after finally crawling out from under his wife's shadow? You can't really want to lop off the poor man's yayas yet again.
It's your husband's balls that should be worried.
The warning stands. Not a word of this to our new chief of police. That was the mistake his predecessor made.
May he rest in peace.
Message.
Hey, hon, I'm at the station. There's been some kind of an explosion in town, if you can believe that. So much for our sleepy little burb. Anyway, this could go late, so don't wait up. Love you.
Glenn, baby, wake up. We need to talk. It's important.
Mrs. Kerri. Oh, they warned me the new chief's wife was a MILF, but not like a total MILF. I got your spot all picked out for you, so now you gotta run off to a little beach shack and have like 400 of my kids.
I already have a son.
He doesn't need to know.
How about I think about it?
Yes, she leaves the door open. Well, like I said, best spot in the lot.
That's a handicap spot.
The Gimps have hogged it long enough. You know, half of them are faking it anyway.
You know what? I'm just gonna find another non-gimp space.
Suit yourself, Mrs. C. But just so we're clear, I'm your cat, you're my mouse. Let the games begin.
Mrs. Kerri, Earl Tiggs, store manager, welcome to Whole Earth. If you need any help at all today, Tiffany, one of our most valued employees, will be your personal shopper.
Personal shopper?
I understand. Why don't you let me show you around myself?
Thanks anyway, Earl.
Alrighty then, that'll be $9.06. $6.09.
That's easily $200 worth of groceries.
$4 even.
What is this?
It's our year-end sale.
It's August. Camilla. Camilla Diamond?
Mrs. C, let me help.
No help. Thank you.
Careful, Mrs. C. It's city people that cause 90% of the fatalities here.
You can just say you didn't like the tapenade.
I am so sorry. I'm a city person. Can you walk? What can I do?
A ride home might be nice.
I'm sorry, but is your broken nose also my fault? Because when you left my house so suddenly
Oh,
yesterday...
don't be silly. Next you'll be blaming yourself for the Middle East and all the polar bears drowning. It's nothing, see? Yoga injury. It's a crazy story. So how's it going for you, Rebecca? First few days in Georgica Bay?
Honestly, not great.
It can be hard being the new kid on the block.
It's more than that.
More than that, how?
I wish I knew. I wish I had a clue as to what the hell is going on here. Then maybe I could tell you, but I don't, so I can't.
Maybe I can tell you. Come in. I'll put on a nice pot of rooibos tea.
We should have iced that stupid twat years ago.
Easy, Turbo. Although I'm afraid Babs could use a warning. Honest to God, if I weren't the boss, I'd demand overtime.
Was that with Cindy Doyle's help?
Lana Chapman's girl. The other one's a new nanny for the two daddies.
I promised to knit all the tea cozies for the school auction, plus I'm finishing closing costs for this lovely Saudi couple. Then, of course, my eldest comes home to say that she's Betsy Ross in the school play. Did you know that Betsy Ross was married 3 times before the age of 31?
Just the thought of it makes my head hurt. How well do you know Camilla Diamond? I mean, you do know her, right?
Let me tell you a little story.
Oh my God.
It's not even loaded. The barrel just needs a little wipe down. What was I saying? Oh, yes, a little story about two friends, best friends. Friends that shared happy times and sad times. Until one night, riding home together from Pilates class, these friends shared something that would change their lives forever.
Vodka's in the freezer, hon. Start pouring.
Now, the friends had heard of urban blight, had even suspected their own Georgica Bay had its problems, but to see one of their own homes ransacked.
No spoon, you bitch.
Hey, asshole! Get off her!
Get off me!
Get off her!
Get off me!
It was a bad situation. One of the friends was running for PTA president that year, and of course her opponent would ride this straight to victory, so they buried that douchebag on a quiet stretch of Boogie Board Beach and vowed to make up for their secret with a heartfelt pledge that they would do everything in their power to make sure that Georgica Bay would never be dirtied by law-breaking scum again. That part only happened once.
What part?
And that's how it all began. The friends became a 2-woman cleaning crew, which over time became 3 women. And then 4. Until this hard-working group of yummy mummies made Georgica Bay the town you see today.
Well, the town I see today is insane.
Because like everything else in this world, nothing good can last forever. You see, one of the friends got greedy, and she wasn't the only one. That's when the robberies, the bribes, the tampering with evidence began. It became a war. The crooked friend with her crooked posse against the honorable friend, now standing all alone. Anyway, it's a tired old tale. Good versus evil, David versus Goliath. But the war does continue to this day. More Roybus?
Why don't you go to the police?
Becca, please. You don't think that was me I was talking about? I can't go to the police because Camilla owns the police. Or did. Until the last police chief turned down her offer of 20% of her earnings plus a nice fat pension.
Glenn said he died unexpectedly.
It's not that unexpected when your brake lines are snipped.
I can't believe Camilla Diamond could actually murder.
Camilla would and will do anything.
So Camilla is trying to get to me, to get to Glenn, to control the police again. Does anyone else in town know about this?
A select few. They're all too terrified to talk.
Well, I'm not. I have a story to tell, a story called The Wicker Barn.
I could kill her for blowing up the Wicker Barn. I had 3 pieces on consignment there. Beautiful pieces made with real seagrass. I knew it. Okay, get down. Silencers, that bitch.
Are you kidding?
These things can get sticky.
I thought you said it wasn't loaded.
See that? What if a neighbor's baby is trying to nap?
Manners are dead. Use the M16.
What I'm saying is, you could join me, Rebecca. Help me take Camilla down. You could work from the inside.
Together we can put a stop to this. Make Georgica Bay safe again. It's okay if you have to run. The safest route is through the alley.
Promise me you'll think about it.
Hello?
I just paid $200 for a detail.
So, is this the beginning of your crime novel?
Like I would make this up. Something so ridiculous.
A gang of local housewives running a crime syndicate? What's so ridiculous about that?
Yuck it up, Glenn, but Camilla had me dial her cell phone, and a second later the place went up in flames. I'm the one who blew up the Wicker Barn.
Your novel is a comedy.
You'll see.
Spring cleaning in August. It's like Christmas in June.
Everything okay here, Barbara?
Goodness, no. My siding has termites, and I just discovered my pansies have crown rot. I've had to replace the entire bed. They said bug bombs, but if that doesn't work, I'll have to tent the place.
You should put the bug bombs up against the foundation. That usually works best.
You are Georgica Bay's knight in shining armor. And don't forget about the volunteer fire department potluck this Saturday. I make a devastating tofurkey casserole.
We'll be there.
And you too, Rebecca. It's my secret plan that we become BFFLs.
Just so you know, the fire chief examined the Wicker Barn. A bad water heater caused the blast.
The volunteer fire chief.
Actually, the chief is paid.
And he's sure that the water heater caused the blast.
He's sure.
Well, maybe he was paid off. Or maybe Louise was able to hide the propellant. According to Camilla, Louise is that good.
Becca.
Or maybe I'm just inventing this. Maybe there wasn't a shootout at Barbara's. Maybe I didn't blow up the Wicker Barn. Maybe I'm just going completely mental.
Or maybe you came up with this story because you don't like my new job and you wish you had your old job back.
So I'm jealous.
You tell me. All these years I've been proud as hell of you because you loved your job and you were good at it. And sitting at the sergeant's desk all those years, I hated my job and I was going nowhere. But I'm the chief now. And I bring home the paycheck and I pay the bill when you want a new dress and I send off Danny's tuition. And I got to admit, for once in my life, it's nice to be king.
So does it sound like a good start for my novel?
You are crazy, you know that? And yeah, it's very sexy. The thought of all these hot mommies running around in a hail of bullets.